fit on the plate. I think people make room for what they want. Maria has shown up consistently with me. He calls, we have deep conversations. And also, he asked me, do I like Black culture?
Hey guys, and welcome to Little Blackbird 91. Oh, there's a lot of chest on the show. I didn't realize that. Listen, guys, welcome to Little Blackbird 91. We'll talk to you guys about Keyra and her hypocrisy. Let me just say this straight. Keyra, I tried to defend you in the last one when I said about you and Quentin and you asking whether he likes white women. But the audacity, the bodaciousness to now come out and be offended when someone's saying that, you know what, they want you to be unapologetically Black. I said in my last review that if you're open to obviously coming your way too, then I don't mind you questioning Quentin. I didn't think it was a deep thing. You asked whether he likes white women or Black women. I ain't pressed. You said that you think he likes white women. People have asked me the same thing. But the audacity, the bodaciousness, the ostentatiousness for you to get frustrated about Morier saying to you that he's asking about your alignment with Black culture when you have come out and said yourself that you're like the closest thing to a white girl. And you have the audacity to sit there, and I'm gonna keep saying audacity, to sit there. Sorry, this chest is distracting. I want you to concentrate. To sit there and come out and try to come at Morier for what he said. When you were coming at Quentin not long ago, I need you to stop that. I need you to stop the cap, and I need you to behave. That's nonsense. We're going to talk a bit more about Keyra and her being problematic in her behavior. And also, don't forget, listen, the fight between herself and Janelle, we'll address that in another video, but I want to be specific with this situation. Keyra, let's not do that. Let's not forget quickly where we came from, okay? Let's not do that. Like, share, subscribe. Click on that bell button for notification of the uploads. We're going to go a little bit deeper in this review. Stick with us as well. Let's get into this video. Before we do, play a little clip. And then we'll
Little Blackbird. You know what time it is. 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 Time it is.
You Black, right?
Last time I checked, I thought I was Black too.
Okay.
I like Morier. He's really a great, well-rounded individual. And
He black.
Now, clearly, even the response by Tommy was actually funny because he said, oh, he black. What does that even mean, Tommy? I know exactly what you mean, but what does that mean, Tommy? What you're really saying is even you don't believe what Keyra's saying because you're even saying, oh, he black. Why would you say he black? Well, because you are silently comparing Keyra with Morier, right? In terms of their alignment, adjacent to Blackness. Now, sis, I'm not going to be mad at Tommy questioning that because you said yourself, when you came out in a heat of blaze to accuse Quentin, before you had accused him, you told the ladies, I'm closer to the closest thing to a white girl. And I said, we all understand what she meant. We all understand that, you know what, when it came to being adjacent towards a particular culture, we understand what that meant. I said, let's have a real conversation. I wasn't mad that she mentioned those things, but I am a bit mad, a bit frustrated now that we're having this conversation. Now it's you on the chopping block. Now it's you being discussed. Now it's come to your doorstep. Now it's being questioned about you. You can't handle the heat. And I said this, if you're going to ask Quentin these questions, can you handle the heat? Can you stand the rain? You know what I mean? Can you? If you can't, then you shouldn't be asking Quentin those kind of questions, knowing that it can come back to you as well. If you know you can't handle being asked those questions, why would you then put someone else in a hot seat that way? See how disrespectful it feels? And that's why I said in my other review, if you're the person that can ask a question like that and you can handle it, fair enough. If you can't, then why would you be disrespectful to ask that question when you know you feel disrespected if it was asked of you? And I said it in the last review. I said, would she feel disrespected if somebody asked her, does she only date white boys? And we didn't know about this. And then we find out now you frustrated because an old boy said to you that, you know what, he wants to make sure that you're actually black adjacent and make sure you're black aligned. Man even said that you date white boys. Man said, listen, straight, are you aligned with Black culture the way that I am? Because I'm militant Black here. I'm pro-Black. right? Yeah, you were screaming from the hilltops with Quentin saying about, I see my black parents, I want black love. Okay. So you want black love, but remember, let's talk about the hypocrisy here, because you said you wanted black love, but you described yourself as closest thing to a white girl. And that's why Quentin wants you. So then how can you turn around to Moria and be like, hey, I'm so black adjacent, I'm so black aligned? Make it make sense, sis. Make it make sense, sis. Because it don't make sense.
And I ain't mad at it. It just rubbed me the wrong way. So I would say Marvin. Okay. I be messing up people's names.
And she damn right knew she wasn't messing up nobody's name. She definitely knew she wasn't messing up nobody's name. Yeah, I agree with Janelle here. It's passive aggressive. You know you weren't messing up his name. And if you want to talk about white adjacent or close thing to a white girl, that is something that they would do. That is something that they would do passively aggressively. Is it like Marvin or is it Mario? It's like, oh, Mario, so sorry, I just forgot. Like, yo, that is some white shit. That is some white stuff. Okay? That's some white stuff. Okay? All right. That passive aggressive forgetting our names kind of issue. Yeah. So I agree with Janelle. She was actually right to call you out because you knew exactly his name. You just mentioned it. I'm forgetting these people's names. No. Now, if she had said, no, sorry, I mixed their name up. I meant thingy. No, I'd be forgetting people's names. Come off it, sis. Come off it, sis. You don't be forgetting nobody's name. You just don't like the fact that, like Janelle said, you don't like being called out. And like I said, you started this. Can you handle it? No, you can't. Therefore, that for me makes me look at the situation with Quentin even more worse now, because I'm looking at going, then you really were trying to get at Quentin. You were projecting at Quentin when really it should be you that should have been in the firing line, because you struggling to handle this little examination, but you were firing at Quentin, literally telling him that you felt like he only liked white women. Meanwhile, okay, let's get to it.
So many men.
It's Maria, yes.
Yeah.
The minute someone holds Keyra accountable, she tries to throw a dig. So she didn't forget Maurier's name. She was upset because he...
And that's the part I definitely agree with Janelle. There was no forgetting of his name. She literally said it a minute ago, and again, when you say you forget people's name, it's much more different. See, if I mix up the names, we all do it. You come from a black household, your mom would be like, Kevin, Kwame. It happens. We know we come from African households. Moms be forget. Coach. Sorry, coach. I meant coach. It happens all the time. So, and Mario and Marvin, they're two M's. But forgetting, no. The fact that she used the word forgetting told me she didn't forget nothing. She was now. That's when I knew that it was passive aggressive, trying to throw her dig and throw her shot. And I agreed with Janelle there. You don't just forget that part, right? You don't just forget that part. That's not what happens. You don't just forget that that person's name. No. No, that don't happen. Let's play a little more.
Called her out about how she really feels about black people.
I saw some eyes over here. What y'all talking about?
Because I had messed up the names and
Keyra, stop playing with me.
It wasn't being disrespectful, but if you received it that way, I do apologize.
Okay.
But you also have to realize you have been kind of just snarky.
Now, I don't go too deep now. Because that's another conversation we're going to have. But I'm going to say this. Keyra, problematic. Very, very problematic. I know she put out a statement the other day talking about she didn't want to be offensive towards Quentin. Yeah. Okay, but sis, you were offensive, and not only were you offensive, and I tried to I defended her in the last video I did, because I said if that's what you saw, I'm never going to be mad at what you saw, but I am going to be mad when you can't handle it, meaning that you were projecting in that moment. I don't like that. That's why it's problematic for me. Like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification uploads.